Hello cherry lovers. Warm day, gonna be near 60. By middle of the week it's supposed to be almost to 80, so we're don't have to worry about frost anymore. So we're gonna put the pump in the pump house and we're gonna get the water going so I can get the water in the underneath the high tunnels, get the water and the fertilizer, organic fertilizer, into the ground so those trees can get all the nutrients it needs. So let's get started. I'm going to take you along, just show you different things we're going to do during the day. Not sure what I'm going to do after that. The kids are up here. They put their boat in yesterday, and I might go fishing this afternoon. I don't know, but I got lots going on yet, so let's get started. First of all, I've got to take the taped plastic bag that's over the well, so you just never know what critter, a mouse, whatever, might get down into the well. And once it drops down in there, you ain't gonna get it out. It's gonna, once you suck it back up, it'll clog everything up. So I keep that over in the winter time. But it just, gonna get my chair here, is bending over underneath this thing. I keep telling myself I'm gonna cut this and put this on a hinge, but I haven't done it yet. So we're gonna do it this way. And it doesn't hurt to sit down. Get all this bags and everything off there, and then it's just a matter of me taking and putting the pump on and then getting it all primed. That takes a few minutes. I don't have a check valve on here until after it's out of the ground, and I don't put that on because I want the water to go back down the ground. If I put a check valve down in the ground, then the water will stay up. But it's on the pump, so that as soon as I take the pump off, it breaks the prime and the water goes down, and I don't have to worry about this freezing at all. So, and right now our water table, most of the time, last year it probably is this year, right around 10 foot. The well's down about 22, 23 feet, something like that. I don't really know for sure anymore because that's been about 5 years ago, but it gives me all the water I need. So let me get this chair out of the way, set my well right there, or my pump right there, and we'll see what we got going on here. Get that put in there where it needs to be. Here we go. Not real heavy, just real awkward. So it's a matter of getting it in there and getting it set up on its pedal. So there we go. Now it's just, all I have to do is, I think I'll bring you guys down closer to see what I'm doing here. So, all right, there you go. Now you get to see what I got to do. And technically, I've got to center this so that there's a O-ring in there. I'll center this and then I'll screw it down. That's pretty much what has to be done. Screw it down. And take my vice grips and just snug it. That's pretty much all I ever do. Good enough. She's snug. Valve's open. I gotta put water in that valve, and I'm going to shut this valve off. Stick that right there. There we go. That holds that. I got another board that holds that. Now what I do is I'll pour water down here, and once I put the hose down and bring it up so the pressure, or the water table keeps coming up with the hose. And once it gets right to here, I shut the valve off, which means that's all full. Check valve is right here, so it can't drain back. Then what I do is up above here, and I don't think you guys can see it in the camera, but up above there's a valve. I put water in there to prime it, fill it up, turn it off. It takes about 3 times. the pump's full. So right now what I'm going to do is, now that it's all snug up, now I gotta put the water in there. So I think you guys might be able to see that if I don't make a watery mess. It's usually we got water everywhere when I do this. Not gonna tell no lie. And probably most of you are asking, well, how do you, if you're priming this one, where are you getting the water from? From off the house. That's how we prime this well, from off the house. So let's stick that hose down, and down we go until I can hear it. No longer, you can hear it when it gets to the bottom. Well, wow, came right up. All right, that's great. That's great to hear. Oh, come on. We don't want to move today. All right. Close that off. All right. All right. Make sure this is not leaking anywhere. And you'll know if it is by looks good. Looks good. All right, we got that. Now it's just a matter of putting up in that drain hole up here, priming the well. And if we can get the well get that to start sucking, we're good. Takes about 3-4 times, and then we usually have it. Then I hook everything up and the water's ready to go. So I'll bring you guys back when I got the prime on the pump. Well, bad news at the OK Corral here. Evidently, the water didn't get all the water out of it, and the pump froze on the back half. Motor's fine, but the pump on the back half, the impeller part of it cracked. So that means that I have to go and see at the hardware store if they happen to have that pump that goes on the back. And so that takes care of that for a while. So yeah, disappointing right there. I mean, I've had it happen to the house because of the winter. If you don't get all the water out of it, it's surprising how water can crack metal, and I mean, or steel. It doesn't take much. So yep, I'm gonna go find out what it's gonna cost me to get that fixed. But there's other things on the farm that has to keep going on, so I'll just keep doing what I got to do, and hopefully that's not just a very, very disappointing. So in I go. Well, folks, after 3.5 hours and $360 later, let me turn you around. That right there is no good. The impeller on it, evidently I thought I got all the water out, but evidently not. It cracked the impeller part of it out of there, so I had to go and buy another one. And yes, it's holding water, and yes, we got water after 3.5 hours. Just goes to show you, after 3.5 hours, you just never know what unexpected things are going to happen. I figured that was going to be just a fantastic day today, and we were just going to put the water lines in, or get all the water lines sipped up, get the lines down through the tunnel, and get the shed all cleaned out. That didn't happen. All of a sudden, putting a pump in turned into a catastrophe. But I got one little bitty drip that I see is happening, and sometimes, being that I have a couple plumber friends, they say usually just wait till tomorrow, and if it still is leaking, then you're gonna have to tighten some stuff up or do something. But as of right now, everything looks pretty daggone good, so I'm gonna leave it like it is. And it's not enough drip right now to do anything, but we'll see what happens, and time will tell. So hopefully tomorrow, by the time you guys are watching this, it'll be a split second, and it'll be tomorrow, and we'll get the water lines in the high tunnel and then off to the garden. But right now, I'm going in, and I'm gonna find me something to eat. So you guys have a good one. I'll see you in a few minutes. Just like, okay, cherry lovers. Now, it's the next day. I told you that, just like that. Anyways, we're going to put the water lines. I'm going to put a hose down through here because during the summer we just use the drip lines to drip the water in. But since I put the fertilizer down, in order to get the water moist under here everywhere, I've got to put sprinklers under here to get all the ground wet, so it lets all the organic fertilizer get down into the ground. And get them buds, because I'm telling you what, I'm looking here and I am seeing buds on top of buds on top of fruit buds, and it's supposed to be for the next 10 days into the 70s and 80s and 50s at night. The flowers are going to come out. I think this is our year, folks. I think this is our year. There is no frost or nothing in sight for almost 2 weeks now. That says these flowers, they'll flower, they'll have underneath of them, if they get pollinated with the pollinators that I see out, flies, bees, you name it, they're in here flying around. That helps pollinate everything. I mean, bees are the key thing that pollinates, but there are other pollinators out flying around that does the pollinating too. So they're in here, and it's going to be extremely warm. Matter of fact, really warm, but that's not hurting these trees. Matter of fact, they're going to love it when, the flowers will come out, nice big flowers, and you'll have the cherry underneath. They get pollinated. We have some cherries, and it looks like we're going to have some, a lot, and under this high tunnel. The other one, we're going to get a few under that. Outside, we might get a couple trees that will produce, but we're getting there, and the apples are starting to swell up out there too. So let's get started, and let's get this water lines underneath here, and we'll see how. And I think I'm going fishing today. I didn't go fishing yesterday because you already seen on the front half of this video, I had to go buy a new water pump. So let's get started.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, rendering of stubborn.
And there we got it for right now. I'm gonna let them run a while. That one's a little slower out there. And that's what you get for buying cheap sprinklers. Unfortunately, that's the truth. Good metal sprinklers, they last longer. Those are plastic. The plastic ones cost $7. The metal ones are 20 some dollars. So like I said, we're gonna let them run like that for a while, and everything's looking pretty good. They're going around and around and around, and I just gotta keep moving them until I get everything all watered under here real good. Soaked down. I mean, well, I'm gonna wait and just let the ground get saturated, and there we go, because those are starting to show cherry buds. And when you see them and the weather we're having, I'm doing everything I can. If I got to bring out a water truck, if I park it here, we're giving them everything they can in this sand. So, and you know, you guys, I'm happy to see what's going on here, because like I said, 2 years in a row that we lost the chance to have cherries. This year the weather's not going to be the problem, so we're going to keep fighting here. Woo, that was cold. So we're going to keep pushing on to get this. We're going to get it. We're going to do it. We're going to have some cherries this year to show you guys, and that's going to make Joyce real happy, because she's been waiting for them. She says, I don't think we're ever going to get any, and yeah, we are. And we're doing the right things this year, and the weather's going to be permissive, so I can't wait. And hopefully out there, I'm looking at my apples. Maybe we'll get a few of them, because like I said, those are new trees. Might get a few, not many, but any kind of fruit is good. And also, I got those strawberries that I took from seed right off the store-bought strawberries. Excuse me. They're coming up and they're doing really good. And I'm going to put them out behind the apples. And we're going to have a nice strawberry patch. So we're coming. It's finally, the farmer's starting to take shape. It's been a long time coming. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Stop by. We don't do a whole lot of exciting stuff. I mean, we're what farmers do. And I try to take you along and show you everything that a fruit farmer's got to do. I'm new. Like I said, we've been new at it for the last 5 years, but we're starting to figure it out. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Hello, cherry lovers. We are at Sawmill Point. They went out this morning, and I am here waiting on them. I think they're coming from that direction, but they could be coming from that direction. I don't know. But I'm gonna go out. Told them I'd go out for a couple hours with them and see what's going on. I mean, it's kind of windy out there in the middle, but there's a lot of coves, like right straight across. Right straight across there's a cove, and there's a lot of other ones that are out there that you betcha we can find and fish. So far, they said they've caught about 2 18-inch bass and 2 pike. So no panfish, no walleyes, no perch, but they're out there trying. I'll keep you posted.